Good afternoon. So this is the continuation of our engineering economic decisions. This is supposed to be part of the midterm exam, but I just decided to move it in our final coverage. But anyway, our final coverage will be final exam will be comprehensive. So this will just be added to our topics. So this is the chapter 7 of the book that we are using, and this is about rate of return of one project. So what is rate of return or ROR? Okay, you commonly hear this one, rate of return, ROR. So ROR, this is the rate paid on unpaid balance of borrowed money such that the final payment brings balance to exactly zero within the interest considered. So mathematically speaking, this is just an equation where the other variables are given except for the I, interest I. So remember, for example, we have the future value is equal to the present times 1 plus I to the n, right? So we have this example in our prelim coverage where we give the value of f, the future value, we give the value of the present value, and then number of years, and then we just uh, solve for I. Right. So that was mathematically speaking. Now we are going to use that in economic decision making. So the ROR, just like the economic decision approaches that we have used, like the present worth, future worth, and the annual worth. So the ROI, we know already the advantages of using the present worth and then or the future worth compared to the annual worth. Okay. Now, in the case that um, we do not know the interest, what we are just given is the series of cash flow. Okay, so let's say assuming on the first year I deposit 100,000, second year 400,000, fifth year 600,000, and then is the business viable, something like that. So we are not given the interest, but we are just given the cash flow, inflow and outflow. So in that case, this is the concept of rate of return. We are determining the rate of return. So in making decisions economically, we use the present worth kung given yung interest and then equate to zero. Sorry, not equate to zero. Determine the highest value of present worth, future worth, and even the annual worth, and then make decision from it. Now here in ROR, the unknown is the I, the interest. So we can use any equation. We can have the present worth, the annual worth, or future worth, whichever is madali lang gamitin. Okay, it's easy to use and more ano siya, mas yun na, hindi complicated masyado yung equation na mangyari. So we can use either of these three. Okay, present worth, annual worth, and future worth. Okay, and then we just equate that to zero, and then, kasi nga, sabi dito, in the definition that the final payment brings balance. So mabalance yung ano, yung ma-inflow at saka cash flow. Okay? So that's why we equate this to zero and then determine the I. Now I can be from negative 100. So in any calculation, it could be negative 100% or up to infinity. Okay, so any I lesser than negative 100% is considered as trash. So we do not consider that anymore. Okay, so we can have many I's, many interest rate na makalculate in our calculation. Remember this one, you see this, yeah, exponent, right? That's exponential. So if it is squared, 2, so you expect 2 roots, three roots, at least 3 roots. Well, other roots are not necessarily real numbers, could be imaginary numbers, so we do not consider imaginary numbers. Okay, and any root that are less than negative 100% or are negative 1, then we do not consider that anymore. Okay, so in the calculation of the and project evaluation to determine the I, so for the sake of this topic, we will use the I, not just I, but I asterisk, okay, value in the relation. So we're just going, lahat ng cash flow in the problem, we just equate this to zero, or we can use the annual worth, equate that to zero, and then convert, or we can convert all the cash flows to future worth and then equate that to zero. Then we solve the I. There's an alternative way to do that. We can say um, we need to solve the by category. We can categorize the all the outflow and then inflow. Convert this to same to a common worth like present worth or future worth or annual worth. Then we equate all the outflow and then equate all the inflow and then, yeah, and we can make an equation out of that. Present worth outflow is equal to present worth inflow, and then we can use the calculator. So before it was difficult to use to calculate this one. So they use the interpolations and different techniques, mathematical techniques, just to solve this value, the values of I. As I told you, I could have could there could be many I's in one or interest in one equation. So, but now luckily we have the our calculator where we can easily, shift solve and then we can come out with the values of the interest. Now for evaluation, so a project is economically viable if I asterisk or the interest or rate of return is greater than MARR. Okay. So what is this MARR? MARR is the standard, let's say the threshold of any businesses uh, for them to decide if the business is viable or not, or whether to accept the business or not. This is the minimum value, minimum attractive, I forget the term, but minimum attractive rate of return. And then they have to compare any project proposal, they have to compare it to MARR of a certain business and decide if they will go with the business. Okay. So for example, you invest in, I'm not sure about this exact value. Let's say, uh, for example, you invest in Jollibee. Okay. And then the MARR of Jollibee, let's say for the sake of example, ang MARR ng Jollibee, let's say 8%. Okay? So that is the um, minimum percentage na viable yung business. Lower than 8%, pag lower than 8%, um, pwedeng malugi ka na. Okay? So sabihin mo, sir, pwede naman na magka-ginansya pa rin tayo sa 8%, right? But there are many risks involved. So, at least, mayroon ka ng factor of safety sa 8%. Okay? So, sa 8%, sure ka na mag-ginansya ka and then ma-recover mo yung investment mo. So, and then, every business has different settings and it could gain differently from places to another place, right? So let's say maglagay tayo ng Jollibee in Marawi City, and then we find out that our I is the rate of return that we calculate is just let's say consider 5%. Now, let's compare that to MARR of the standard minimum MARR of Jollibee. So now you decide 5% and then the minimum is MARR. Then you say, oh, that's not viable. Okay? Considering yung mga factors, yung delivery ng food and then the halal things. So there are many factors that we can say na 5% lang yung maximum rate of return. Okay? So of course you will not if I is negative automatically parang you will not delve into it, right? So let's say I is just 5% and then ang standard ng Jollibee is 8%, so we decline on this, um, meaning we'll not pursue this venture anymore. Okay. But if you have a MARR, if you have an rate of return of um, greater than MARR, then much better. Okay. So yan yung concept ng MARR. So let's solve an example here. A company bought a certain amount of shares for 100,000 in a new startup company. Okay. Now the company was able to sell its shares for 1.2 million. So, you see, we only have here cash flow. We don't have the interest. Okay. We don't know the interest. So let's check the interest. So the investment is initially 100,000 and then after 1.2 million year 1.2 after 7 years it turns into 1.2 million. Okay? So find the rate of return for this investment. Okay. So ngayon, solve natin. What we can use present work or future work. Okay. Let's try present work. Sorry. So if we have a present worth, I think I should use black. What is the present worth of this one? This is negative 100,000 'Di ba? Ito yung initial investment, negative 100,000. And then, meron tayong future worth na 1,200,000. So this is plus, kasi nga, gain na ito. So plus 1,200,000. Then, so this one is, we are using present worth. So this is a future value. Then we convert this. So to present, given the future, and then I asterisk. Okay, anon itong I asterisk, and then 7 years. Then what we're going to do, we just equate this to 0. Okay? So anong mangyari? This one is, uh, let's say 0 is equal to negative 100,000 plus 1,200,000. So ano yung formula? P over F. So this is 1 over 1 plus I asterisk to the 7. Okay? Then, walang challenge na ito sa calculator. So, we'll just use the calculator. We have a value of 0.426, or this is 42.6%. Okay? So, wala pa tayo sa comparison sa interest rate. So you see here, the ROR is so big, 42.6. So maganda na investment yan. But take note it took 7 years. Okay? So, this scam, they offer you like a rate of return of 300%, meaning times 3, for just a span of 1 month or 2 months. So that is too good to be true, right? So any investment now, well, different investment, mayroong MARR na different rate. Pero ngayon, we can say na mga 10 to 20% yung rate of return, mas okay na yan na business. Okay? Yung mga nagpapautang nga sa ah, sa bangko, utang ka sa bangko sa mga application apps ngayon, 6% ganun per month or per year. Yan. Yung iba really taking advantage. Mayroong 10% per month. That's too much. That's actually too much. Mabigat na yun. Okay? And the worst, hindi lang natin mamalayan yung iba. Daily lang, pero malaki pala yung interest if you solve the interest, effective interest rate. Okay? So, let's move to that. So that is how you solve the interest rate of return, 42.6 in this example. So let's solve another example. We have here an investment of $20,000 in a new equipment will generate an income of 7,000 per year for 3 years. Okay? So I think you can easily relate in this one. At which time the machine can be sold for an estimated 8,000. So you invest 20,000 for a certain machine, and then you expect a gain of 7,000 per year for 3 years. And after 3 years, you can sell the machine. So it has, meron pa tayong book value ng, or salvage value, which is 8,000. So if the company's MARR, so ito, meron na tayong setting ng MARR, 15% per year, should it buy the machine? So should we buy the machine? Should we dive into this venture? So what we're going to do is, we can use the present worth. So this is zero. So ano yung present worth? Negative 20,000. Yan yung initial investment. And then you gain 7,000 per year. So this is per year, so this is annuity. So this is, and we are using present worth. So this is present worth given the annuity, and then I asterisk, and then 3 for 3 years. And then meron ka pang salvage value na pwedeng mabenta ng 8,000. Okay? So this is salvage value, lipat natin sa present worth. This will be present value given the future I asterisk and then 3. Okay? So you know already the equation for these two forms here. Then we can use our calculator. It turns out that I asterisk here is 18.2%. Now, the I asterisk is compared to MARR. Compared to MARR is, sorry, this is greater than MARR, right? So the question is, should it buy the machine? Then the answer is the company should buy the machine. Okay, so it says it's a good investment. Kasi ang normal MARR is 15%, and if you are gaining 18.2, then much better. All right. Now, I told you that the the interest rate na makalculate natin, it could have not more than one interest rate na masolve natin kasi nga may man tayong mga exponent. Okay? So, it could be in one equation, maraming value ng I asterisk. Okay? So, for example, kasi in most of this problem, yung mga given lang is yung cash inflow at saka cash outflow. Okay? So, and sometimes it's not simple na yung mayroong annuity. Minsan, ang income is staggered. Okay? So, maybe on the first year, 200,000, then second year, 300,000. Okay, fourth year, balik naman sa 200,000. So, ganun. So, wala kang makitang um, pattern. Okay? So, what you are going to do is you simply convert every inflow or outflow into into a present worth or future worth. Isa-isahin mo talaga per year. Okay? So, you expect an exponent. Yung future, convert mo sa present, you expect an exponent na. So, mas malayo siya sa zero, ganun din yung number um, ng possible root. Okay? So, for multiple values of ROR, it may exist. Okay? So, I told you this one already. When there is more than one change in the net cash flow. Okay? Kung mayroong mga positive, negative, it could exist. Okay? So, but not so much with this one. Tingnan na natin dito sa example. Okay? So, for this example, Uh, for the cash flow shown, so ito cash flow lang, compute the internal rate of return. So in the year zero, you gain plus 2,000. Year one, outflow na naman 500. Year two, 8,100. Year three, inflow. So you see that this is inflow. This is outflow. Okay? So let's convert. Wala tayong makitang pattern dito. So isa-isahin lang natin. Hindi siya annuity, hindi rin siya gradient. Kung annuity lang, diretso na natin yung equation ng annuity. Kung gradient, diretso na natin yung equation ng gradient. So since wala, isa-isahin natin convert into present worth. Okay? So present worth is equal to 0. So we can write here ano yung mga present worth natin. Let's start with the year 0. Year 0, meron tayong inflow na 2,000. So this is present already. We can write 2,000. Then next is negative 500. So ano to? Year 1. Baba natin sa 0. So this is 1 plus I asterisk to the, balik na siya sa 0, di ba? So this is to the negative 1. Okay? Then minus 8,100 times 1 plus I asterisk raised to negative 2. Then, minus, meron pa isa. Plus, dito na lang siguro. Plus 6,800 times 1 plus I asterisk raised to negative 3. Okay? Then equate everything to 0. Then you can have a value. Ito yung mga nakuha ko na value. 0.413, 0.075, and negative 3.24. Okay? So this one is 41.3%, 7.5%, then negative 300 times, 324%. So, di ba yung I na natin ay consider is any I less than negative 100% is null. So this one is rejected. So we can only consider these two. Okay? So you can say 41.3% or 7.5%. Either of the two can be, we can say that the equation holds true. Okay? So anyway, this is just classroom work. So sa calculation din natin, kung ano lang yung lalabas na I, kung ano yung possible na I. Okay. So in practice, saan ba ang gamitin natin yung 41.3 or 7.5? I don't know, but pareho namang tama siya in each equation. Okay? So kung ano lang yung malalabas sa calculation natin, we can use that one. Okay. So how do we remove multiple I values? Okay, mathematically, andyan na yan. Now, In order to remove multiple I values, we need to consider two new interest rates. Okay, dapat mayroong magkaibang interest rate, different. So, mayroon tayong interest rate. This is II, okay? II rate at which extra funds are invested external to the project. Okay? So, parang um, outflow. Outflow ito. Okay? And then, borrowing rate, IB, rate at which funds are borrowed from an external source to provide funds. So, merong dalawang approach niyan. We have the modified ROR and the rate on invested capital or ROIC. So we will just discuss this one, the MIRR. Okay, the MIRR, this is the modified ROR approach. Modified ROR approach. So there are four steps for this one. Number one, determine the present worth in year zero of all negative. Okay? All negative. Lahat ng uh, negative na CF. CF means cash flow. At an interest rate of IB. Dapat given itong IB. So lahat ng negative, gawin nating present worth. And then lahat ng positive, gawin nating future worth. Okay? And then, later, i-compare natin itong dalawa. Okay? But we cannot compare directly yung present worth sa future worth. So, somebody must be brought to another dimension, right? So, ang ginawa dito, nag-compare tayo sa future worth, itong present worth, okay, itong present worth, i-convert natin sa future. Right? Para pareho silang future, then pwede na natin sila ma-equate, and then we can solve for I prime. Let's call this I prime. Kanina I asterisk. Ito I prime ngayon. Okay? Kasi nga meron tayong mga iba-ibang I dito, IB at saka II. So, let's solve this example. Example, for the NCF, anong ibig sabihin ng NCF? Net cash flow. So, meaning kasali na yung mga deductions and then outflow and inflow, net na siya. I-subtract na natin siya. So, yan na yung net. Okay? Find the AROR, sorry, not error. AROR by the MIRR method. If the MIRR is 9%, meron tayong 9%, and we have IB is 8.5 and II is 12%. So, anong gagawin natin? Yung present worth ng lahat ng, what is that? Present worth of all negative. Present worth of all negative. So, ano ngayon? Present worth at 0, year 0. Lahat ng negative ito, dalawa. So, this is negative 500. Negative 500. Gawin natin siya sa present. So, this is P over F. And then, ano yung IB? Ang gamitan natin dito is IB, 8.5%. Tama ba? Ayan, present worth and then IB. So, this is 8.5%. Nasaan itong negative 500? Nasa 1. So, this is 1. Then itong negative 8,100, this is convert to present given the future at 8.5% and then year 2. Okay? Then we can calculate this one. This will give us a value of negative 7,342. Now, yung kabila naman, yung lahat ng positive, i-convert natin sa future worth. Ang last year natin is sa 3, di ba? So, lahat ng positive is ito, positive. So, this is 2,000. Convert natin sa future given present. With an interest rate of, ito na ngayon ang gamitin natin. Ito, II. Ang II is 12%. Ilang years? 3 years. Then ito, nasa future na ito, di ba? So, plus 6,800. Wala nang ano, factor. Plus 6,800. So, this will, if we calculate this one, this will give us 9,610. Okay. So, what we're going to do is ang present worth, i-convert natin siya sa future. Okay? So, future of given P, and then, dito na ngayon yung I prime. Ito na yung unknown. And then, after 3 years, plus future worth of 3, kasi future na ito, this should equal to 0. So, kung isulat natin ang equation, this is negative 7,342 times, ito na factor FP, future. So, this is 1 plus I prime raised to 3. Okay. Then, plus future value of 9,610 equal to 0. Sorry. Yan. Then, let's solve the I prime. So, we have here I prime is equal to 0.0939, or this is 9.39%. So, ano yung MARR natin? 9%. So, I prime is greater than MARR. Okay? So, this one, we can say that the project is justified. Okay yung project natin kasi at least greater than MARR. Alright, so that's the last part of the economic decision. The next topic will be I forgot. There's one more topic that I want to discuss to be included in our final exam. Alright, so ipa-follow ko lang in the next video. Thank you.